Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Dan and welcome back to another Mobile Suit demonstration video. Today I'm going to be covering the Strike Gundam, including all of the different backpacks and weapons, as requested by Terika Winnigan. I can tell already this video is going to be a big one, and it's hot as balls today, but I'll try and soldier through. Have a request? Leave a comment in the video here by clicking the annotation or using the link in the description, and I'll see what I can do. Alright, let's get into it. The head, body, arms and legs of every version of the Strike has phase shift armour, which increases physical resistance by 15%, and the shield has anti-beam coating, which increases beam guard by 6%. Ail Strike, Sword Strike, Launcher Strike and Perfect Strike can be bought in HG scale from the shop once you've gathered enough relevant HG parts. However, in MG we only have Aile and Launcher Strike. However, Launcher Strike contains all the parts for Sword Strike as well. Now, onto deriving. You can derive the Strike Gundam from F91 or V2 Gundam parts and sacrifice a Gundam F91, V2 Gundam or Gundam X part. Then, you can derive Sword Strike Gundam from the Strike and sacrifice G-Self, Exia or Kyrios parts. You can also derive Launcher Strike Gundam from the Strike Gundam or Strike Rouge and sacrifice Dynamis, Virtue or 00 Gundam parts. And finally, you can derive the Perfect Strike from Sword Strike and sacrifice Launcher Strike, Dual Gundam or a Freedom Gundam part. The Ail Strike has an extra weapon called the Grand Slam, which isn't in any of the model kits. According to the Gundam wiki, it never appeared in the anime, but was featured in episode 8 of Gundam Evolve. You can derive this from a Persevered and sacrifice an Armoured Schneider or a Strike Rouge's 9.1 meter anti-ship sword. And you can find the Strike Gundam in Chapter 3, Mission 7 and 11. Alright, time to see what each one can do, starting with the Ail Strike. The Ail Strike uses a standard beam saber, which can come in a few different actions, but what you really want is sword consecutive attack 3. Its ranged weapon is the 57mm high energy beam rifle, which can also come in a bunch of different actions. After checking out some footage from the show, the actions that look like they'd fit are press R2 to fire and hold R2 for a charge shot. Right, on to the optionals. The backpack is equipped with double beam sabers, which work much like normal double beam sabers. The legs come with Armor Schneider, which are also double sabers, but are much shorter range. And finally we have, and I'm probably going to butcher this, the Egelstellung, which is apparently German for hedgehog position. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, they are head Vulcans, which work great at mid to close range when used with melee combat. And real quick, we have the melee weapon, the Armor Schneider, which again are short double sabers that come in a few different actions. And the Grand Slam, a two-handed sword which made a brief appearance in Gundam Evolve Episode 8. Next we have the Sword Strike Gundam. I'm only going to cover the stuff that's new to this version. First we have its melee weapon, the Schwertgewehr, a two-handed sword which apparently translates to sword gun. It's also an optional weapon on its backpack. And lastly we have the Midas Messer and Panzer Eisen, which translates to Midas knife and iron tank. Panzer Eisen is an anchor shot which pulls enemies towards you or yourself towards walls and floors. And the Midas Messer is the beam boomerang, which has a knockback effect on enemies. And then we have the Launcher Strike. The optional weapon on its arms is the Combo Weapon Pod. Pressing circle fires a 350mm launcher, which are guided shells, and holding circle fires a 120mm anti-ship Vulcan gun. And the backpack has the Agni, which doesn't seem to have a translation. Holding R2 fires the 320mm super high impulse cannon, which is an irradiation beam. I think that's a good place to leave off. In part 2 I'm going to do a stage playthrough using the Perfect Strike Gundam, which has everything the other versions have combined into one. If you found this video useful or informative, drop it a like and subscribe to keep up to date with my latest videos. And until next time guys, catch you later.